I don't know shit about shit, dude.
Yep. That's how you enter a room.
Yeah.
Just
to let everyone know.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about shit.
Don't ask me anything.
Let's party. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Dollar Bin of Doom.
Yes.
Tonight, it felt good. It felt good. Tom's back. I feel like we're into the swing of things.
Yeah, you just can never leave again.
That's fine. That's fine.
But tonight we watched...
Kevin's choice.
Yeah. Future Sport.
I don't know about words.
You don't know shit about shit.
I don't know shit about shit. Mm-hmm. But I do know that doesn't sound very good.
Also, like, you don't call your sport something. It's not like basket sport or base sport. Like,
What are they going to call the next future sport?
Yeah.
Like the next sport in the future.
we'll let the future generation think of that. That was the same conversation when it's like, hey, the Earth's getting hotter. It's like, let those fuckers deal with it. It's fine.
Okay, Kevin, you want to give us a little rundown of what this movie was supposedly about?
Yeah, in future 2025, which is what, 6 years from now?
6 years from now.
Yeah. Can't wait for my enormous moving vehicle.
Yeah, that takes
Car.
up 4 lanes.
Yeah.
Which takes 200,000 euros because we're in the European Union.
Apparently
That's
we're part of
right.
the European Union. North America joins the European Union in, I don't know, 2023?
In 2025, future sport is the organized sport of the planet.
Literally just thought it was like another sport. Like they still have basketball and
Yeah.
stuff. They mentioned basketball.
No, they mentioned that our star player, used to be a basketball player, and
Yeah.
then that sport died.
Oh, the whole sport. Okay,
the
I
whole
didn't get
sport
that.
shit the bed.
The reason he got kicked out of basketball is for point shaving.
Yes.
Which,
It destroyed
it
the
destroyed
sport.
the sport,
Right, basketball
apparently.
doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is future sport.
Yep.
It is the future. It's 2025. Therefore, we have one sport.
one sport. We
Future
couldn't keep
sport.
track of all the point shaving in the other sport. We'll just have one sport taking
Yeah.
place on a very tiny set.
Thank
was-
God basketball died because 2 is too complicated. 1,
Yeah, every other sport, they're like, yeah, you know what? Just get rid of them all after this
Yep.
basketball scandal.
So,
and don't you get me started about the hockey holocaust, all right?
so what is future sport? It's a very vague title. What is the sport that is captured?
It's X Games meets lacrosse.
Hover skating from Back to the Future 2.
Yes.
Hand lacrosse.
But the goalkeepers have literally the lacrosse sticks.
we never see a save in this game.
No, not
Every
once.
single shot goes in.
No,
that
there
takes,
was one save in
Was
the
there?
first game, but not the goalie.
But not the goalie.
no, they
That
fucking
takes all
suck.
of the suspense out of oh, I wonder if the shot's gonna go in. Motherfucker, every shot goes in.
That was the killer for you, huh?
That's why.
Not
yeah.
the fact that all the rules were made up and nothing made any sense.
No, that's fine. So we start off in what, Los Angeles, 2025,
No, New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New Orleans. Oh, that's where the championship.
Yeah, that's
swing
where the
is.
championship game is going to be for the World Series of Future Sport
Sure.
New Orleans.
Yep.
at a mall.
Yep.
Germany versus the United States.
Correct.
In New Orleans.
In New Orleans,
Orleans.
for the Future Sport mini trophy. It's
Yeah,
not
you
very
like
big.
Yeah, it
Shrimp?
wasn't very big. It was like Little League.
Yeah.
You like shrimp? New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Perfect.
You like bad boobs? New
Orleans.
New Orleans.
You like sad boobs?
New Orleans.
I've been to the French Quarter.
Nice.
It sucks.
I've been to the one in Disneyland, so that one's fun.
Probably
boobs
slightly
there?
different.
No.
Like just Minnie Mouse.
Yeah, Minnie Mouse just busts them out if you give her some beads. And Mickey just is fucking looking
in
at
the
you and
shadows.
crazy. Yeah, exactly. And you're like,
Because as we've discussed on the show before, Mickey is a cuck.
yeah, it's
Oh
Loves
my
it.
God, is Mickey a cuck?
Yeah.
Dude, Goofy plows Minnie
constantly.
hourly. Like, Mickey!
Gorsh, Mickey.
Gosh, Mickey, I never have to take a break. Minnie's the one who needs to stop from time to time.
Oh, I love it.
Goofy, you got a big cock. Makes mine look small and insignificant. Oh, I love it.
So yeah, we're in New
How did we
Orleans.
get there? French Quarter, Disneyland.
Yeah.
Okay,
Don't worry.
okay, I was like, how the
There
fuck-
was
Trying to figure it out in
We're
real
talking about
time.
New Orleans. What the fuck?
there was a straight line that we can go through.
Yeah, we went from New Orleans, French Quarter,
Disneyland.
Disneyland. Mickey's a cuck.
This movie has one of my favorite bad movie tropes, which is this is the most important thing in the world, and he's being mobbed by people, but it's 40 people max.
Oh, yeah.
The entire world is fixated on FUTURESPORT, but there's like 40 people, including crew, there at any given time.
So we're given
Maybe it's like a deep lore thing. Like there's only like 6 or 7 cities in the world that weren't annihilated in the apocalypse.
It's true.
Okay.
So there's only like 47 people who like FUTURESPORT, and that's like most people.
Yeah.
So we're introduced to our protagonist. Is
Pharaoh.
that Dean Cain?
Yes, that is Dean
Yeah.
Cain.
Balls deep in a woman.
Well, we're not introduced to him until after we see the terrorists enter the New Orleans building.
That's a good point.
So we see all of them come in, and then we see a
it?
little spider robot thing.
Yeah,
And it's like in a vent, and it stares at this woman.
Vanessa Williams.
Yeah, Vanessa Williams.
Kill Bill and Cool Cat. That's the only things I know her
Perfect.
from. She's news reporter woman.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
so
she's got some dipshit, like,
Yeah,
brain
cameraman.
damaged, retarded man next to her because they drilled a camera into his skull.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there like, duh.
So then we meet Dean Cain,
Yep.
and he's
Yep.
balls deep in a woman.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
And then we hear our first instance of the PI index.
What is the PI index?
Popularity index that apparently determines how influential you are on society as a whole.
Well, again, if there's only like 1,000 people left in the world, you can just ask every person, like, hey, do you like Dean Cain? And like 800 people like Dean Cain. That's your PI index.
Dude, that adds to the deep lore because, like, their PI index wasn't any more than, like, the triple digits.
No, it
No,
never
not
got
at
There's
all.
only, like,
quad
300
digits.
people that exist.
Yeah.
So,
she's like, oh, you're going to have a higher PI index than me after this. And he was like, I don't know. What's yours now? 395. She's like 401. It's like, this is nonsense.
This means
speak.
nothing. And so the plan is that they're going to get married after Dean Cain wins the Future War Championship.
So we get this little scene where we get introduced to Wesley Snipes' character as he's giving an interview to Vanessa Williams.
on the front of the box, it says special guest appearance by Wesley Snipes.
He's
So
in this motherfucker a lot.
I thought he was going to be in for like a scene or two tops.
No,
he
he's-
is co-billed in this movie. He's an executive producer
on
in
this movie. She's like giving an interview, and he's the creator of FUTURESPORT, but he's like, oh, it's all too
Corporate for me.
corporate for me, and his Jamaican accent for some reason.
It's all right. I understand. Trey's ratings. I'm just doo-doo.
Then we get him coming down. We see his rabid 40 fans.
back on. Dude.
He goes to be interviewed by Vanessa Williams, who we find out is his ex.
Yes.
And like, is it
Like
mid?
any of this matters.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Mid-interview, the terrorists burst in,
Yep.
waste all their future bullets firing directly into the
Straight
air.
up, and everyone gets down, and then he like looks at some people in the audience, and he's like, "Hey, bored me,"
Yeah.
and she's like, "Fuck yeah!" And he's like, "If only I had a ball, I could stop these terrorists."
Got you, bro.
Yeah.
And then the terrorist's like, all right, everyone stand up so it's harder for me to pick out
Yeah.
where Dean Cain is. And then he fucking hoverboards in.
He boogie boards.
Yeah,
it. Like,
he's on his belly,
stomach.
and he's like
Oh, yeah,
crawling.
you're totally right.
Yeah, and then he just stands up and fucking hits him in the face.
It should be mentioned the Hawaiian terrorists. And how do we know that? Because the main terrorist guy has like marker on his face.
Yeah, he has like
Which is supposed to be like Hawaiian tribal.
yeah,
print,
it is.
but
It's very. It looks terrible, and
I like to think they either A, couldn't hire a Hawaiian actor who had tribal tattoos, or they put him in like a sleeveless shirt because they were gonna marker up his arms, and they were like, you got the skinniest looking arms I've ever seen on a human.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep you in like a cool jacket. We're just gonna paint that shit right on your face.
yeah, exactly.
Even then, it couldn't distract from his outrageous widow's peak.
And his insanely white teeth.
So, is it time to get into the political situation of this bonkers world? So this is a boner movie about rollerblading soccer or whatever, but yet there's an intricate political scenario
That's-
where apparently Hawaii is trying to secede not from the United States, but from the European Union.
That we are
Because-
part of.
Exactly, that the United States has joined at some point. Maybe post-Trump,
Yeah,
we'll be
we're-
like, all right, well,
We're not
we
even
need some-
called. We're called like
The North
Northicans.
American Alliance, the NAA.
Yeah. and-
Whatever. My only evidence for us being part of the European Union is that people use euros
Yeah,
in the
but
United States.
the
If my
USD anymore,
if
it's
my
all
uncle
euros.
heard that, he'd fucking shit his pants and start killing brown people. Like,
Maybe that's why we have so many few people, because so many like mass suicides across.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just shitty
racist
Republicans
nation,
killing
yeah.
themselves.
Yep.
So anyway, America's part of the EU and still has possession of Hawaii, of which has radicalized and wants its sovereignty.
But it wants to
But-
be okay.
It doesn't want its sovereignty for itself. It wants to join the Commonwealth.
There we go. That's
so
what
apparently,
it is. That's what it is.
So what is happening right now in our politics, where the UK has left the European Union? It restarted the Commonwealth. So all of its holdings around the world are now a giant world power, and it has a vested interest in obtaining Hawaii.
You're correct. That is the
In a
weird.
shitty sports movie about rollerblade hockey.
Yep.
This is the driving narrative of the movie.
It's not like him coming back and being a star again or
No,
anything.
no, no, no.
It's
And it's not even like the bad guys are Hawaiians and like, let's just make Hawaii the bad guys. This is like a radical like subset of Hawaii.
yeah.
There are no native Hawaiians
No.
involved.
Correct. Now that we've established the backbone of the movie, let's get into what future sport is like on the field. It's just people like running around and scoring points, like a sad Quidditch for nerds.
Yeah.
Like
Some people are on Back to the Future hoverboards, but then some people are just on roller skates. Fuck it, it's fine.
Right. Some people have giant metal sticks
Yeah, that
to
are
hit people with.
completely useless.
But they're like retractable
Yes.
for
Some reason.
Why wouldn't you just always have it retracted and then just hold it in front of the goal? If you never cared about your forearm or like getting into a fight with a third grader at like a movie arcade, you just put your arm down in front of the fucking air hockey table and just play like this
Yeah.
in front of the goal. Just put your fucking stick up and just hold it.
Yeah.
Hold it with one arm. Switch arms if that arm gets tired.
Yeah.
Or have your teammate come over, hand it to them.
It's a
you can go
15-minute
out.
long game. I can't hold my arms up that long.
How much
kidding
money
me?
are you being paid? How many euros are you being
That's
paid?
true.
Like 13, 14.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But that's a lot. That's all I need.
Or is it a little? I don't know. It's never explained.
It's never explained. So we see that our main character is a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he's a
And
piece
he
of
is
shit.
not a team player. He
No.
just keeps trying to beat his own score.
Kevin, as a sports guy.
Yeah.
You're our resident sportsman.
Yeah.
That's not true. You're not a sportsman.
I did play YMCA basketball for
Okay.
2
Hell
years.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Hell yeah, Kevin.
Should join
Yeah,
the
dude.
European Union and play for one of their teams.
I've sent a lot of emails.
So, as our resident sportsman,
Yes.
there has got to be more ways to show that you're not a team player than just not passing.
So
the
like
ball.
if I'm directing the scene, there's going to be a lot more of like him fucking up or him taking bad shots that don't go in.
Yes.
But that doesn't happen
getting
in future
crowded
sport.
No.
instead of passing, trying to force it.
Exactly.
But that doesn't happen. Does
Every
it?
shot goes in.
Yes.
But no, it's just happy Dean Cain just putting up shots. Everyone goes in. It's the exact same shot of the
shot
ball
of
going
him
in.
jumping and like
Yep.
sidearming it.
This is when we get established that basically if you hold on to the ball too long, the
Yeah.
ball starts to electrocute you,
Yeah.
Riding the lightning.
riding the lightning.
And it's not when the electricity starts, you're still fine technically.
Fine.
Like it's not
It just
foul
like
or
it just
anything.
stings a little
So
bit.
hold on, Wesley Snipes came up with this sport in the slums.
Yeah.
Where did he get
The electric
ball that
Thought
knows
about
when?
that as well.
That's why he didn't want to turn pro, because all these like rules from a committee of like, why don't we electrocute him? And
He's
Wesley
like,
Snipes
why
like,
would
no,
I want
man,
to play
no,
a game
no,
where
I'm
the
good."
ball electrocutes me? What am I, a fucking idiot?
And he tries and he fucks up royally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of that, they did that fine. They made Dean Cain look like an asshole on the future
And he
sport court.
loses
Did
the
not-
whole game because
That game
of that.
was the most embarrassing use of like poor special effects
I loved it.
in a relatively high budget movie that I think I've seen in a long time.
It was great. So anyway, Dean Cain is selfish, loses the championship.
Yeah.
Teammates are bummed. His coach is bummed.
His girlfriend breaks the fuck up with him.
Exactly.
Because his PI index went down, and she was only with him to bolster her own.
And I just
Correct.
forgot about it until now. He goes home to his sentient house.
Hello, Edgar. Welcome back, Mr. Ramsey. There's a late supper heating in the oven.
I heard you fucking lost.
How did the engagement go? Oh, wait.
Sucks to suck. I have it up right here.
Edgar was like, oh, you broke up with your girlfriend? Well, hey, I have a video from one of your teammates from a couple of like months
No,
ago.
it wasn't his teammate. It's a stupid, like, slack-jawed girl
Yeah.
that does the tech stuff. She's
She's-
not
okay.
a teammate. She's just some bitch that hangs around.
Yeah. He's like, oh, also, here's a message from your rival. And it's just the dude in a hot tub with two topless women being like, you fucking suck.
Yep. Wait, he's sending him, like, personal fuck you messages?
Yeah.
From his hot tub.
Wow.
So his party with naked
Second thought,
chicks.
Edgar, just
Actually,
me a
keep
summary
this
of
one
this.
up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Can you pause it?
Yeah.
Zoom in.
Play it slow. Play that that jazz song I like.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Could you imagine if you had like Amazon Alexa and it just like
And,
randomly...
like, is enabling your friends to, like, shit post you?
Yeah, exactly. I fucking
I
hate
can't watch you
Edgar.
make sushi again. I just can't.
You suck so
Like
hard at
watching
it.
an ape try to roll a joint. It's pathetic.
After this fucking terrible game, like his sponsors are dropping him, his agents calling him.
That's right, yeah.
Everyone's trying
One
to get
game.
hold of him.
a rule of threes, right? You set up him
Yep.
playing this big sport. He loses. He gets knocked down. I thought they were going to do him playing like the original Street version, like going back to his roots,
No.
finding out why he loves the game. No, they never do that.
Well-
there were like 4 opportunities for him
Yeah.
to do that, by the way.
But no, they kind of did because he's like,
No.
because Edgar's reading the messages, and then there's one from Vanessa Williams, and she's like, "Hey,
I was in fucking Kill Bill.
also I need to meet with you." Like, what did they call it? The down zone.
The down
Which is the
zone.
slums.
The Downs.
So the downsies.
Which is right next to the aughts, which we don't go to the aughts.
we don't go to the aughts.
And he meets her there, and she's like, I was wondering if you'd remember. He's like, yeah, it's that story you wrote about me 10 years ago where I scored 39 points and 14 assists. And then the terrorists show up with the robo-spider.
That's right, yeah.
And
Get another terrorist
they
attack.
have a chance to kill them right there, but they're like, let's see how much she knows. And she's like, the terrorists want to like free Hawaii. And they're like, she knows too much.
So, have we talked about Wesley Snipes yet?
A little bit. We
Like-
haven't talked about how he's like, oh,
He was
it's-
there in the like first terrorist scene, and he saves a kid.
Tackle this white boy.
So he goes to the park and he meets up with Wesley Snipes. No,
Yes.
he meets up with her, but ends up talking to
Talking to
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes.
Does he meet with him then?
He's
No.
in that scene.
No,
I
no,
know
no,
that.
no, no.
Yeah, they just say hi, right?
Doesn't he
'Cause
show
that's
up
what
and he
he
has
has
to
different
give
scene.
an
He's
autograph?
in that
completely
scene. He's giving
different.
prints.
That's after he gets blown up by the
Yeah.
shuriken grenade.
So he gets blown up by the shuriken. That's the end of the scene. And then he wakes up in the hospital and gives a shitty line about how I died, went to heaven, and all of them look like Alex.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, it must be the drugs. And then he's in a fucking weird circular room in a vac
In a-
suit that's like for sex.
It's definitely a fetish
Yeah.
thing.
So then he goes to Wesley Snipes and is like, get the fuck out. I'm going to talk to this guy. And he just goes over and Dean Cain just starts eating this fucking chicken, like this duck, just off a street
he-
cart.
he
Just
grabs-
grabs it and just starts fucking mauling it with his mouth. It's gross. Yeah.
like spitting out bones and cartilage and shit.
And in between just like these juicy, disgusting bites, he's like, hey, Wesley, I need you to give protection to Vanessa Williams. He's like, sure, fine, fuck it, whatever, except you have to start coming around here more often. He's like, will do. And then the next scene, the fucking sushi scene. Where she shows
Making
up
the worst sushi.
Yeah. Or Edgar's like, hey, yeah, someone at the door, and it's her. And she's like, are you the reason I've been having people shadow me the last couple days? He's like, what? No. Also, eat my fucking gross sushi.
You know how you're like supposed to use like chopsticks so you don't dirty it up? He just grabs it with like his dumb Christian fingers and is like, eat it.
Yeah.
So like, of course she's not gonna wrap her mouth around his like dirty fingers and like suck the sushi out between his fingers. Like,
takes half a bite.
takes half
She's
of a bite.
She does not look impressed. Yeah, she
Yeah.
does not look impressed at all.
they kiss. They get back together basically.
Well, before all this, we see that Wesley Snipes is actually going to be on the side of the terrorists.
there it is.
like Trey said, winner takes all.
Well, Wesley Snipes possesses an unspoken about amount of power.
Yeah.
Because I guess the terrorists are hacking into shit and stealing money.
No.
And then
And
he
Wesley
rehacks
Snipes
them.
intercepts.
They're not hacking. He literally says that our sponsors gave us 10 million euros.
No,
Like,
but
he
they're
can't be traced.
They're doing something that pisses off Wesley Snipes, and he counter hacks them. And he's like, "What the fuck are you doing, man? Ve acá."
Yeah, he's like, I'm in the. You can't do this to the down zones. And they're like, well, we have a plan to not have any bloodshed. That just sets up that Wesley Snipes is going to turn on them.
Yeah, and he does.
Kind of.
He's playing both sides.
Playing both sides for his own gain. Like I said, he holds an abnormal amount of power for someone who's like a street gang leader.
Yeah. So is this where we get set up? That
Oh, I know why they meet and eat sushi. He's like, I need you to get me
That's right.
a press
I need you to get me a fucking press
I have
conference
a dumb idea.
around the world. And she literally says, that should be too hard. Your PI index is 10 points above the president's.
Yeah.
That's
It's
right.
like, fucking, are you kidding me?
That's
so this is
crazy.
the only thing that matters in this world is your PI index.
It grants you political
It
power.
grants you fucking anything you
To be
want.
fair, I like LeBron James more than I like Donald Trump. So,
Fair.
and LeBron James plays for the Lakers, and I hate the Lakers. So his
There we go.
his PI index is much higher than the president for me. Although spoilers,
you.
who is the president?
President Clinton's on the line.
Tell Chelsea I'll call right back.
But we do get that scene of Dean Cain going on the set of the show he hosted, which was Ripley's Believe It or Not, and he basically, his PI index is so high, he can be like, hey, you know how we've typically done war? Yeah, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to play a game of future sport,
Because he
baby.
holds ultimate political
Well,
power.
and then we find out that's because Future Sport was made to stop street violence. It's
So obviously
what
it'll
the
end
fuck?
war.
Yeah.
So,
But anyway, it fucking works. The
Yeah,
whole world
the
is
whole
like,
world is like, everyone is just instantly on board. They're like, oh, fuck.
that's a good
The
idea, Dean Cain.
Pharaoh is telling us to not have war and do one game.
Not a
And I
best
think
of
this
7,
was-
no nothing.
Nothing.
This
Fine.
was
Yeah.
the point that I realized, at least, that no one cares about Hawaii.
Yeah, no one gives a
They
fuck.
just care about future sport. Because then the fight for Hawaii suddenly becomes laughable and stupid.
yeah, no one
more
gives
than
a
it already
fuck.
was.
Yeah. No one
And
gives
all
a
the
fuck.
characters, like the audience, don't care. Because they're just like, I like future sport. I just want to win. They're like, I don't care about who has what.
And then it's like getting the team together.
Yeah,
is the
and
next scene.
all of Dean Cain's teammates leave.
And you're like, who the fuck are any of these people?
Well, no,
there's
only-
one guy from his team in
Yeah.
the beginning of the
yeah,
game.
there's drunk guy.
There's drunk guy, and that's it.
And I think the blonde girl was on his team.
oh, well, she probably.
It doesn't matter. But the Asian girl with the robot arm and the missing eye,
She's not.
Jumped ship.
She's not
jumped
there.
ship
Yeah.
because she didn't get passed to in that first game.
Well,
That's
no, it's
right.
because she's part of the
She was
Commonwealth.
bitter. Whatever.
It doesn't.
No,
yeah, it doesn't.
you know
matter.
why the characters of the movie don't care about politics. They care about future sport.
Yeah.
Fair.
So she was just pissed that she didn't get passed to.
Yep. They bring in a new coach to coach this, like, I
That's
guess.
not the new
Old
coach.
Kind
coach.
of misfits.
Same
Old
old
coach. Was it the old
yeah.
coach? I thought it was like a new
No,
coach.
it's same
And
old
it's
coach.
a mix of different people from different teams because the lead guy from Germany is now on their
Yes.
team fighting for the EU.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then we get the coach, and he passes out hand-printed pamphlets of just the headshots of the other team.
Oh, yeah, that's
and it's
right.
like,
Dude,
we know
we were
all
on
of
these
these
people's
people.
teams.
Yeah.
There's only like 12 professional.
yeah.
Yeah.
We know every
everybody.
single
Yeah.
person on here.
I can text everyone
Yeah,
on,
Kyle,
on future phone.
Becky,
Yeah.
Dave.
So we get training.
Training,
But
and
not
then-
really. Is there anything that happens between that and then, spoilers, Coach is killed by robot spider?
no, there's nothing.
Well, no, him and Vanessa have sex.
That's
Yeah,
the
there's
scene.
nothing.
That's a real thing where he's like, oh, it was my mom's. And she's
Oh,
like,
that's the
"Oh."
tracker. I just
Yeah,
got
yeah,
that. That's what's tracking. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
And she
Yeah.
she touches it like, this is real sweet, and then his pocket's like beeping because it's so close. Beep 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 beep. beep.
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
literally like tells her a lie. He's like, it's been frozen shut. No one knows what's inside. It's a family secret. Don't you fucking open it.
I swear to God.
Wear it for me for good luck. And she's like, oh, okay, it's ugly,
His
but sure.
grandfather
cold.
gave it to his
yeah.
grandmother
Yeah.
and so,
So
on
on.
and so forth, just so they can keep track of the women in their lives.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Honey, where are you?
Oh, I'm at Sears. You fucker.
Wrong. Try again.
I just loved that it wasn't this huge deal. They just went like, huh, and grabbed it and threw it on the ground and like smacked
that
off it.
guy just like took his extendo stick and like
Break it! Perfect. God, the future sucks. So then Dean Cain takes on player coach role.
And then we have a great montage of him just pointing and then
And, like,
people
laughing.
laughing. And
And
apparently
he-
this is the best coaching ever.
Yeah.
he said something about giving up his PI number.
Oh, yeah.
Something.
They're like, oh, you just want to do this for your PI number. He's like, I fired my PR firm this morning. It's like, you still have a fucking PI number.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
single
Yeah, because
citizen
at the end
has
of the
a
movie,
PI number.
the white-haired chick is like, "Well, I mean, you're famous again." So
Yeah, your PI number's
fuck.
fucking through the
so,
roof.
okay, teams are set. we're ready for future sport to determine the fate of Hawaii. No, you can't, because if you do it, we're going to kill your girlfriend that we kidnapped.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's the most logical thing that happens in the movie.
Yeah,
The bad guys are like, leverage. Fuck it. Yeah, Edgar just lets people in.
Yeah, he does.
He's like, what do you guys? Pizza.
Oh,
yeah,
shit,
come
yeah.
on.
Oh,
Leave
yeah,
it on
man.
the counter.
Well, it's the Simpsons scene of like, don't enter or do whatever. I'm a sign, not a cop. Like that's the robot. Like, hey, don't. You're going in.
gonna
There's nothing I
stop
can
you.
do. I'm a voice.
Yeah, he didn't fucking equip me with guns or anything. Like, you can come on in.
Thank God we established that they're all bonded now because of that 2-minute pointing and laughing scene.
Yeah,
because
they're
he's
the
like,
best of fucking friends.
I gotta go get my girlfriend, and they're like, we're all coming with you except extremely drunk old gentlemen.
Yeah, he's like, I can't move.
So we get a fucking sweet action scene.
Yeah, where they're just riding in, and then Wesley Snipes shows up with his crew,
And
and
he's
they're
like,
like,
I'm with the side that lets me do karate.
and he's like, I'm already keeping their money, so I don't give a fuck.
So Wesley Snipes just like, hey, stay in the building, yo. To the bad
Yeah,
guys. And the bad guys are like, well, let's go get him.
Yeah, and then,
And then it's an obvious trap.
Yeah, and they just start beating each other up, start hitting people. You got the fucking, like, our anarchy chick on her fucking laptop in the middle of the fight, like, hitting people with a remote control skateboard and shit.
She did get kicked over.
She did get kicked
someone
over.
was like, hey, don't do that.
Fucking drunk guy shows up.
Yeah,
I don't know
he
how he
saves-
knew where the fuck they were going. He has a tracker on.
Yeah,
Dean
he has the
Cain.
same tracker. Yeah. So main
bad
Hawaiian bad
guy.
guys is looking for Vanessa Williams after she like escaped, and then
He's doing the bad guy, we've lost, so I'm just going to kill a woman.
Dean Cain comes in, and suddenly the bad guy has superhuman reflexes and speed. Whoa!
Oh, that was intense.
Oh, it's back!
Oh yeah, from the sex.
From the
I would say his greatest weakness, but every human has a back, and it all sucks to
get kicked in it.
Why is the terrorist leader not like a hidden future sport like legend?
Yeah.
Like an underground future sport legend in the Hawaii leagues where they play for like death.
Or like a disgruntled ex-teammate.
Sure.
Yeah, who
Doesn't
has like some
matter.
kind of vengeance against him, because it's not like, oh, we need to succeed from Hawaii or we're this radical group and Dean Cain comes in. They target Dean Cain from the beginning.
Instantly.
Yeah, instantly.
Instantly
It's
wanna
like
fucking kill
goal
him.
1B.
And one of the screenwriters,
He called them idiots in an interview, and then made them look like fools in another one. Is what
yes,
what the
now I
reporter
remember.
said,
Yeah.
and that's why they want to kill him.
Fucking stupid.
Anyway,
they win.
yeah, he beats the
They
shit.
escape.
Yes. Get it, man.
Fuck you! Fuck you! And they make it there on time
time.
in street clothes.
And finally, it's the game to determine the fate of Hawaii, even though the terrorists that were trying to separate them have already been defeated.
Yes.
Anyway, everyone starts playing fucking dirty.
What kind of fucking cheap shot was that? We're playing for territory now. That makes street rules, you stupid fuck.
He just starts fucking like beating the shit out of people and break
the dude's
that
leg.
motherfucker's leg. Oh shit! And Wesley Snipes comes in,
Checks in, baby.
just shows up, and he's like, "I haven't played in a while, so wish me luck." Rolls down. They do the toss up for the next like fucking quarter or whatever.
Oh, Wesley Snipes killed a man.
He's not happy about it.
Oh shit!
That was cool.
Street
rules! Yeah.
So then she's like, "Tell everyone on our team we're playing clean now that the Australian's dead."
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "Cool." And so the rest
they
of
lose.
it's just a fucking game of
We're gonna play clean now. Make it a fair. Oh, we lost.
exactly. That's what
Well,
happened.
the little bit of character arc was watching Dean Cain go from I don't give a fuck, I want to score and break my high score, to now him. I think he said earlier in the movie of like, I'm going to set the record for the most assists now.
Yeah,
Which
yeah, he
still is
did.
like, haha, I'm being a good teammate, but also sounds kind of selfish too.
Yeah. The Asian chick walks out, and the guy who's like leader of the Commonwealth, maybe,
Yeah.
he's like, "You fucked up." And she's like, "My popularity index is higher than yours, motherfucker. You are the one that's going to get killed when you go back to the Commonwealth.
Yeah, that's
I'm
very
fine."
true. We get that wonderful, beautiful, amazing, perfect bad movie shot of look at this huge crowd celebrating, but they're zoomed out too far so you could see the rows where they didn't have extras
It's a
to fill in.
perfect square of people, and they zoomed out so that you could just see a row of chairs empty around them. It's the perfect shot.
And then old girlfriend comes back and is like, "Hey, you're popular again. Want to jump on this?" And he's like, "Nah." And that's it. We don't even see the game. We just see the ball shoot into the camera.
Yeah, as if to set up, here we go again.
Yeah, it's
but
the
we
next
don't
fucking
go again.
season, but there's not going to be a war for Hawaii this time, I don't believe.
So the stakes are much less. It's
Much
now
less. It's now just about popularity again. and
As
money.
if they were high. It's
Hawaii.
It's Hawaii. Well, I gotta say, this movie really sucked. For me personally, I hated. There were moments with dialogue in this movie where I was just like, "Fuck this movie."
You did scream "fuck you" a couple times.
It was bad. It was really bad writing. But that made it pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
So if I had to give it a score, I would give it 75 cents.
Oh, shit.
Had a lot in it to talk about. And watching it was a little bit of a slog in the beginning, but after you get used to the really bad writing, it was good. It's fine. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to give it 72 cents, actually.
Oh, okay.
Like halfway between 70 and 75, because I was just like, eh.
If I had to graph the movie, it would look like an M. Like the beginning and the end were really high peaks for me.
Yeah.
But that middle, like 40 minutes where they're not getting into or immediately coming out of a future sport game, it's just kind of like, it's really sloggy and it's a lot of fuck you yelling at the movie. But I fucking really liked the sport parts and I liked the goofy action. So I'm going to give it $1. I liked it a lot. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
I think for me it was more like a W because it started off really strong with that first game.
Mm-hmm.
It in the middle when the guy got killed by the spider, it's pretty good.
And then it peaked back at the end.
And then it peaked back at the end.
Yeah,
where,
yeah,
Of course, the games are so stupid. They're like reusing footage.
They reused so much footage. That's why they were
embarrassing.
both the same color. Like, they even, like, they're
Yeah.
like, no, it's
We got 2
any
days of shooting
B-roll
here.
we need. We already shot in the first
Not
game.
our worst night.
No.
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 I had a lot of fun.
It was a dream. It's hard to be better. Like, really.
Another episode on books, boys.
Yep. Love you.
Yep.